You're watching TelecomTV's coverage of Mobile World Congress 2015. I'm joined now by Daniela Perlmutter, who is Head of Marketing with IoT company Essence. Daniela, thanks for talking with TelecomTV. We're starting to see the emergence of multiple ecosystems around IoT. Surely this leads to a confusing and fragmented marketplace.
Right. What we're seeing is a huge hype around Internet of Things. When you think of it, the Internet of Things is many things. They know they all have to be connected somehow. But the point is that for us, it's three things. It's the things, it's the Internet, and the customer experience. And the customer experience is also for the service provider and also for the consumer. So the service provider has to understand how to deliver it, how to offer it, how to price it, and how to make business out of it. For consumers, they don't have to know anything about the things or the internet. They just have to know that it works. And that's where the different ecosystems and fragmentation really don't promote the customer experience that we would like to see. And so what we're seeing is so many ecosystems trying to partner with each other, but it's still very, very challenging. And what we're taking is a different approach. We're taking this end-to-end approach, a more closed approach in the beginning, but managing the openness with specific industry standards. Okay, so we have hardware and software. We partner with the service providers for the communication channels, and we then partner with Z-Wave-based protocol with third-party devices or cloud-to-cloud in order to offer this very seamless experience from this one service.
Are service providers playing an active role in this process, or are they content to let developers and integrators take the lead?
Well, service providers have really the main role of providing the services. Okay, so we at Essence, we sell through service providers to consumers. We are not direct to consumers, we are B2B2C providers. And so the service providers are essentially our customers, who then sell the smart home, the connected home, or other services to the consumers. Now what we're seeing is that they're taking a more cautious way of reducing the risk, reducing maybe the upfront investment, finding out what their consumers want, what their consumers are willing to pay for, and then growing in a very modular way. So it's very important for them to have partners like Essence that can provide this modular approach, where you can start small and grow as you go. Now what we're seeing also by analysts who analyze what are consumers willing to pay for, and will they go to service providers or retailers or just buy something off the shelf, and just plug it in, like typical gadgets or wearables. What we're seeing is that consumers actually do want the service providers, because it's so complex and because it's a home that combines different devices. They actually really want it to be provided by a service provider, to be managed by a service provider, and not just by themselves. And so this is where I think there's a very big opportunity for service providers to go into this path, to enable the consumers to buy a system that is best suited for their needs, for their homes, and then also provide the support when they need to.
And how important is adherence to international standards to ensure interoperability of devices and services?
The standards are important. They're important mainly to make sure that we know how to talk to each other. Things have to talk in order to provide the seamless experience. But there's so many standards. If you look at the huge amount of standard bodies, they're the standards in the transport layer, they're the standards in the IP layer, there's a standard in the device layer, in the application layer. So many layers that we just have to make a bit of order in them, and also define which standard is the leading standard with economies of scale. So the way we're taking it is going first with the industry leading standards. We've integrated the Z-Wave protocol, but we're also now evaluating other ecosystems and standards that would enable us really that mass adoption rate.
So tell me more about the We Are at Home platform.
So the We Are at Home solution is really Essence connected home smart living solution, where we come with a system that is based on a gateway, which is the heart of the system, communicates with devices that we manufacture and develop ourselves, but also extends with a Z-Wave dongle with Z-Wave based devices, third-party devices, and communicates with the software in the cloud, where the business logic is, the mobile application is, automation rules reside, everything to enable the consumer to manage the home from the mobile application. So imagine a scenario where you have to have your sink fixed or your dishwasher fixed. So typically what happens today, you set an appointment with a technician and then you have to be home and wait for the technician. What we enable people is to do everything remotely wherever they are. So we see them when the technician arrives, we get an alert on the mobile application, you're able to switch off the alarm, to unlock the door, switch on the lights in a specific room where the technician is supposed to be in. The technician fixes everything, he leaves the house, you switch back on the alarm, switch off the lights and lock the door. And everything is done from your mobile application, whether you're in the Caribbean or in the office.
Daniela, thank you for talking with TelecomTV.
Thank you.